raise the money to do a really good documentary, because there's nobody other than myself that was actually in the courtroom day after day after day after day after day after day after day. And even when I wasn't in the courtroom, I was out interviewing the fans and getting the outside scene. That's why I have so much footage. I have more footage probably than any other single individual anywhere in the world. I have footage that the big networks don't have. We're going to try to show you some of that. But all during the trial, in 2005, I did a show almost every week on the trial. I did 12 of them before the jury verdict. I want to go to a little tape now, but just before, and show you a little bit of one of those shows. But before we go to the tape, I want to say to you fans, of the millions of you around the world, just in the United States, England, Germany, France, Italy, if there were 100,000 fans, 100,000 fans that would each put up just $50, we would have $5 million to do a real good documentary of what really happened. Not that play acting stuff you saw on one of the channels at the time, but a really good documentary, and I know what was going on behind the scenes. It's in the book I have not yet released, because I don't think Jackson fans would buy the book in enough numbers. And I helped Aphrodite Jones. I promoted her book. I don't think she even broke even, or whoever sponsored her. But you fans, and some of you own restaurants, some of you own garages, and I met some of you. You have businesses. But is there not just 100,000 fans that would put up $50 to see the real truth of how dirty a trial this really was, that the national TV network never let you know about? In fact, most of you didn't even know I was doing this show all during the Jackson trial, and virtually after the second show I did on the Michael Jackson trial, I kept needling the prosecutor. Show me one witness, just one witness that doesn't get caught in their lies. Did you see that in 2005 on national TV? No, you didn't. I'll tell you something else that isn't reported. The Italian television network was here too, and they pulled out after about a month and a half or 2 months. And I asked one of the assistant directors for that Italian crew, why are you leaving? He said, this is crap. In sort of Italian language, I mean English, but with a real Italian accent, this is crap. You know, he knew this was a rigged trial. So let's go to a little bit of that show I was doing. You see, Sharon Sidney was reporting for the Justice, I think it was called the Justice Center at the time, and we'll be back in a few minutes. William Wagener, keeping it live, keeping it real.
It's not even, is it 3 feet high?
I think it's 3 feet high.
Maybe about 3 feet high.
But she couldn't bend to crawl under it.
And it has like holes in it. It's
big
like
gaps between.
There's like 3 bars that are like this high. Seriously.
Janet, if you're listening, Janet, we're laughing at you. The whole world is laughing at you. You got caught in perjury.
Without climbing up on anything.
Yeah, you want to keep watching on second thought, because I'm going to go to Los Angeles. I want to cover the perjury charges when they start filing perjury charges against her for 2001 felony perjury on a welfare form. I think the media ought to cover that as much as the false allegations against this good musician, Michael Joe Jackson. Now, you probably don't believe me, but believe it or not, there's actually a guy out at Neverland saying, thank God for Tom SNEDDON, because he brought up all this stuff, and now it's all cleared away. No one can ever accuse Michael again. All this, they reached way back to '93, brought in all this as a bonus. Thank you, Tom SNEDDON. You don't believe me, do you? But we're going to have to go and show you that tape. It's amazing. You know, it's actually amazing. This guy's. We should thank Tom SNEDDON right before we lock him up in jail. We should say, thank you, Tom SNEDDON. Now please get in your jail cell and stay there for 5 years. Oh, do we have to give him a trial first?
Only 5?
Well, I think that's the maximum you can give him for felony evidence tampering.
But there's probably a lot more to.
Oh, are we going to stack the charges on him like you did to Michael Jackson?
No, but considering what he's done, I think there's probably a lot more.
Well, sure. There's abusive office. There's a felony called abusive office. All right, you don't believe me. Watch this guy. He's going to say, thank you, Tom SNEDDON, for reaching, because you really cleared out all the stuff. Here we go to tape. Be back in a minute.
Yeah, we just want to thank you.
Tom SNEDDON, thank you and all your twisted buddies for bringing up a lot of stuff that people had some questions about and clearing it all up. There's no more questions.
And Lee?
I mean, yeah, there was some molestation stuff from 2001, and that's all taken care of. You know, we got Macaulay Culkin, Brett Barnes. Who else was it?
Wade Robinson.
Yeah, Wade Robinson. And what was the other stuff? 93 as a bonus. It was extra credit. You know what I mean? I've got to say thank you. I'm sorry. He was taking care of business, doing his job. And, you know, now nobody can say anything. He left no stone unturned.
He certainly didn't.
So, you know, thank you. And unfortunately for him, it all turned out negative. So we are very happy, and we are very thankful that justice has prevailed and Michael has been proven innocent. Yeah, thank God for Tom SNEDDON. Yeah.
Are you listening, Mr. SNEDDON? I told you there was Lee J. from Lompoc. No, I'm not giving his last name, but the people in the local area around the Central Coast, they know who that is. But yes, thank you, Mr. SNEDDON, and we'll be sure and send you Michael's newest CD so you can listen to it in jail. Oh, wait a minute. Don't we have to give him a trial first?
Well, wait. They don't even have CD players in jail, I don't think.
Oh, they don't? Oh, maybe Michael will send Tom SNEDDON a little portable CG player. You know, Michael is so merciful.
Yeah.
He is so kind. Kind to a fault. He might actually do that.
Yeah.
He might actually send, here, SNEDDON, listen to my new CD, and I'm touring the, are you enjoying your jail cell, Mr. SNEDDON? You think I'm joking about this, but I'm really not joking. I had some serious conversation with some Michael Jackson fan presidents of different clubs around Europe, and it occurred to us, if there's 100,000 Michael Jackson fans around the world, and each one of them gave just the equivalent of $1 or $5, we could raise $100,000 to $500,000 to elect in 2006 a new district attorney whose duty it would be to prosecute Mr. Ron Zonen, Gordy Auchincloss, and Tom SNEDDON. Now, you may think this has never happened before, but actually it has. It happened in Winnebago County, Wisconsin, where a crooked district attorney who was selling justice was convicted in a federal court in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and I believe right now is still serving time, or he may be getting out soon. But coming back to home here, I really, truly believe that this thing has been so over the top that we need to have a trial, a quick, short, fair one. Unfortunately, we cannot hang Mr. SNEDDON. It's not a capital offense to abuse your office, but I think it ought to be. And I'm quite serious when I say we need to elect somebody who will fire everybody in the district attorney's office who didn't blow the whistle on Tom SNEDDON, who knew the evidence was being falsely tampered with at the grand jury and then sent out for fingerprint analysis. Everybody in that office is an accessory and should be charged and should go to jail if found guilty by a jury of musicians and Michael Jackson's fans. Wouldn't that be fair? I would like to see all those people have a jury of Michael Jackson's fans, just like Michael had a jury of mostly all white, mostly older, not one black person on the jury. You know, I would like to see it reversed. We have all Michael Jackson fans on the jury. Do you think SNEDDON would be found guilty, Brianna?
Probably.
Gee, that would be awful. Gosh, I'd be so sad. Let me get my crocodile tears out. I can't find a tear, Sharon. I'm trying to get that crocodile tear out.
I think it goes a lot deeper than evidence tampering. I think he himself had conspiracy going on. When the mother of the accuser took the stand, you knew right then there was absolutely no credibility to this lady. How can you take on this type of case, meeting this woman without investigating so either he didn't investigate and he was so out to get Michael that he did not look into it,
You're right.
or he knew it was a total falsehood and he did it anyway, and that's
You're right.
criminal.
Okay, that's 3 charges. Now
And
we have
I'm sure there's a lot more.
conspiracy charge against SNEDDON and all those that helped him, all those accessories before and after the fact. So you got conspiracy, you've got evidence tampering, and we have felony abuse of office. That's 3 felonies. I think we could get him in jail for 15 years. You know, stack those years. Mr. SNEDDON, they give you 3 meals a day in prison.